How about it going, everyone? You came at just the right time because we're about to react to a real Mamma Mia spaghetti and meatball sized treat here. That's right. It's the final trailer for the Super Mario Brothers Brawl Ultimate movie trailer. This is it. It's the final one. So it's coming out next month. And your boy's excited. So let's check out what Mario and all of his pals are up to here in, the final trailer of the Super Mario Brothers movie. I, for one, am super excited. And by the way, if you're excited for more reactions, hit that sub button, click that bell so you never miss a single reaction ever again in your life. Alrighty, here we go, gamers. It's time for Mario time. Let's Mushroom Kingdom, here I come. Right away, I am blown away by the epic scale of what appears to be Bowser's castle, Bowser's home base, Bowser's domain, quite hellish domain. And you'll notice, dear gamers, you'll notice that the waterfalls of awesome sauce are everywhere. They're in the front, they're in the sides, even freaking over here. It's just, it's less of a home, right? Less of a home, more of a spiky volcanic mountain. You know, I doubt we'll see a live, laugh, love sign, you know, in Bowser's castle. You know, wouldn't that be funny? You know, Illumination, hit me up if you want ideas for, you know, the Mario movie 2. Let's be fair. The sequel, it's gonna happen. It's only a matter of time. All right, now here we go. Let's check out this Mario movie. Look at all these Easter eggs. Every frame of painting. You're gonna want to pause here and see which Mario characters you can spot in here. All right, so there's this is a Goomba in here. Some more Goombas in this cage. This looks like me thinking this is a Dry Bones fella. And unfortunately, I don't have enough pixels to determine who else are in these. Can you say awesome sauce? These cages, these precarious cages. I certainly wouldn't want to be placed in. I wouldn't want to be placed in one of these cages. I'll tell you what. But you know what? If you want to uncage yourself, go ahead and hit that sub button. Click that bell if you want to check out just the best reactions here on YouTube.com. Oh, it's my boy Luigi.
Thanks for the follow.
So Luigi,
kind stranger.
This is really interesting. Let's go back a few frames. You'll notice that Luigi, he's kind of the damsel in distress here, right? Nintendo's they're taking a girl boss approach here, and I for one applaud them. It's brave, it's super cool, and by the way, it's 2023.
Thanks for the follow,
sometimes
kind
Luigis
stranger.
are in distress, right? Not always the Peaches. So I like Nintendo taking a trope and turning it on its little mushroom head. Bits. So they're hanging over lava. Me thinking Bowser's not like horrible enough to actually dunk all of these people in said lava. Like, he's a monster, but he's not a crazy monster. You know what I'm saying, gamers? But
thanks for the follow.
I don't
kind
see him
stranger.
actually killing these prisoners. I just see him keeping them prisoner in his giant chamber of a volcanic mountain home base, right?
Humpty Dup,
So that is voiced by Charlie Day. You know him, I love him. You might know him from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I think that was truly inspired casting. I think one of the best things. One of the
Thanks for the follow, kind stranger.
Forgive me, I'm just so giddy with this voice acting pairing. But you'll notice how glossy the eyeballs are. It's very interesting. He almost looks like a glass doll, less of an Italian brother.
Is epic.
Less of a man and more of like a Precious Moments doll figurine.
Thanks for the follow, kind stranger.
Forgive me for pausing so much. I will beg and ask for your forgiveness, but you'll notice here. Now we get more of a better glance.
You just stuck to me.
The figures
can you say
in these
awesome
cages,
sauce?
right? So you'll notice the as Benedict Cumberbatch would say, penguin. You know what I'm saying? If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. But these little penguins are very reminiscent of Super Mario Bros. 64. Also, they appeared in quite prominently the very first trailer
Thanks for the follow,
for the Mario Brothers
stranger.
movie. That came out last year, if you'll recall that, right? So they did not fare well in that battle, as you can clearly see. You know, in case that seems too subtle for you, now you know that they lost. They lost the battle. They lost the war. They're trapped in Bowser's castle, right? But this little figure here, this is for the newer gamers, right? This is more this stems from the Mario Galaxy franchise. You can call it a franchise because there are at least 2 games in there. But this is a Starfy? Staryu?
Nom. Bacon is epic.
The name escapes me currently, but it's one of the star creatures from Mario Galaxy.
Fresh meat for the grinder.
Terrifying. Fresh meat for the grinder.
You
It's
just
sometimes
subbed me.
I would
Can you
forget
say
that this
awesome
film was
sauce?
rated G for everyone. You know, it's quite a dark line. You know, for a children's film, no less. If I had a child, I'd be hesitant to take him to the theater for this film, because we have cute little star characters talking about meat grinders.
Bits.
I don't know.
Bacon
Anyways.
is epic.
Pay him no heed. He is cute, but he is.
Okay, a rather offensive joke there. I don't think anyone should call another one. Woohoo.
Bacon is epic.
Especially in the year of our Lord 2023 AD. But besides the point, you'll notice that this character, actually there are a few Easter eggs. I'm going to point out each and every one of them for you. In case you
Bacon
missed
is
it. It's very
epic.
subtle. But this crown-wearing penguin comes from the very first trailer.
Bits.
And if you've seen the first trailer, you know that this guy, he's regal. But he and his penguin army, they don't stand a chance to Bowser's cohorts and such.
You just
But
subbed to me.
I want to go
awesome
back
sauce?
a few more seconds, and I'm going to ask you, dear gamers, to use your ears, use your ear bones and your ear muscles. This is kind of
just subbed
this
to
is
me.
kind of crazy.
Can you say
okay?
awesome sauce?
So listen up.
He is cute.
If
You just subbed to me.
true gamers will know that
Can
that's
you
actually
say
a musical
awesome
cue
sauce?
from one of the first, maybe the first Mario games ever, Super Mario Bros. The sewer levels, you know. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So this trailer is very playfully playing with that le motif. Le Reddit Army can tell you all about that.
Cute, but he is.
There's gotta be a way out of here.
There's no escape.
Okay, me thinking the lip syncing's a bit off, and trailers do this all the time, by the way. Trailers love, oh my gosh, gamers, don't they love they force characters in trailers to say things that aren't really in the movie, but they sound good and work well for a trailer.
To me.
So I want you to
Can
look
you
very
say
carefully
awesome
at this
sauce?
character's lips.
There's no escape.
Yeah, you're clearly not saying there's no escape, right? Like, look at one more time, in case you didn't catch that.
There's no escape.
Very much not saying there's no escape, but it works for the trailer, right? Whatever this little star character is saying in the movie probably doesn't work well contextless in a trailer, right? In the confines of a 2-minute not even 2 minutes. This is merely 90 seconds.
You just subbed to me.
So sometimes
Can you say
sometimes they'll
awesome
have
sauce?
voice actors. They'll have the voice actors come in, be like, could you come back in the booth, please? You're not done. We're not done with you yet. And they have them
Bacon is
say
epic.
something a little different because it makes sense for the trailer here.
The only hope is the sweet.
All right, I'm trying to see if there are any other characters.
Bacon is epic.
I don't see any other. It's just it's a bunch of penguins here. And you can see the little feetsies for all the
Thanks
feet
for the
people
follow,
out there. You know,
kind stranger.
it's a fun little Easter egg if you're into feet. Me personally, not so much, but I'll bet that some of you gamers out there are like, ooh,
Edit. Thanks for the follow,
little
kind stranger.
feet thingies, you know.
Sweet relief from death.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I do like that. I do. You know what? This part genuinely made me laugh the first time I saw it. When everyone goes, whoa, wait a minute. That was inspired. That was actually quite cute. And look how dejected
Edit.
Luigi
Thanks
looks
for the
here.
follow, kind stranger.
Not an ounce of hope in his string bean body, right? Not a single solitary volume unit of hope. All right, so we have a marriage of Nintendo and
just subbed to me.
Illumination.
Can you
a
say
marriage
awesome
that people
sauce?
thought would never ever happen? And honestly, if you told me 10 years ago, you know, if you asked me 10 years ago who's gonna make the Mario movie, right? I would have believed Disney. Why, heck, I would have even believed DreamWorks, but Illumination would have been way down the list for me, and yet here we are. So, you know, it goes to show what I know. Not much. All right. Every frame of painting. Let's analyze this here. What are these flying creatures? It's hard. They're super blurry. Annoyingly so. And if this trailer were in 8K, we would probably be able to tell. But we have... methinks we see a piranha plant or two in this general vicinity up there too. Whole bunch of Koopa Troopas. They have those epic helmets. What are these bat creatures? Oh, you know what? There are bats in the Mario universe. There are bats in Mario 64 as well, right? And gamers, do me a solid. If you're thinking about it, stop thinking about it and just hit that sub button and click that bell so you never miss another Mario trailer reaction ever again. No. Bacon.
My army!
Now, Jack Black is the inspired voice of Bowser here. Slightly different design too. It looks like a slightly different visual style than from the latest Mario games, right? Not too off, not too dissimilar. But I feel like he has longer limbs. I don't know, gamers. What do you think? What do you think makes this Bowser different from the other Bowsers? There's something. I'm not saying it's bad, right? I'm not even saying it's better technically, but there's something different. I think the limbs are longer, and I don't quite know. This is a beautiful shot, by the way, of all the little differences amongst the Koopa Troopa soldiers, right? This lay gentle sir has some kind of armament here, some chain, right? Some chain connecting a shoulder pad to the sternum pad. And this fella's got an eye patch. I don't even want to ask how you lost that eye, sir. But different shoulder pads. That's what I love about the magic and beauty of cinema. They take notice of and pay attention to the small details, right? When most other people would balk at that, they'd be like, no, let's just clone the Koopa Troopa character 1,000 times. Not Illumination. They're like, no, we're gonna give these little minions, pardon the pun, don't pardon it, allow the pun. We're gonna give these these characters differences. We're gonna give them. It's like a thumbprint. No two are the same.
Goombas!
And look at that. Look at the detail on this Goomba here, right? Almost looks like a Wallace and Gromit figurine there. You can see the texture. The texture on this fella's. I almost said nose. What nose? But the face. There are lines. This guy's seen some stuff. You know what I'm saying, gamers? Now this next joke is hilarious. You're gonna love this.
Whatever those things are!
Right? And then they get all dejected. How sad, how funny, right? Not even Bowser knows the species or class of animal that his own minions are. Some of his own minions. So just think about that. Think about how messed up that is.
Thanks for the follow,
but also kind of funny.
stranger.
Smart shit. What do we call these gamers? What do we call these spiky soldiers? What do we What do we call them?
Bacon
I don't
epic.
know. Someone in the chat just said spinies. That's pretty lay epic, my gentle sir. Thank you for thank you for contributing.
Can you say awesome sauce?
All right, now this looks like it could have been ripped from a painting, you know, from the Louvre. But look at this. We have the Mushroom Kingdom.
Thanks for the follow,
Here we come.
kind stranger.
With this glorious waterfall, majestic waterfall on the side here, and lush flora and fauna happening over here, right? And the castle. Why the castle, you know, looks precisely like the castle from the games. It really, really does. I'll tell you something, gamers. This castle looks exactly like what I thought the castle looked like when I played Mario 64 for the first time. When I was a wee little boy, excuse me, that's probably what I thought the castle looked like. And if I were to go back and look at that N64 castle, too many polygons and low-res textures, mamma mia, you know, no thank you. But this is truly what I thought the castle looked like. So the fact that the movie is doing it justice, methinks I'm seeing this day one. And then to contrast it, this lovely juxtaposition of soft, curved, welcoming, warm tones. We have this spiky, jagged, piercing. I mean, it looks dangerous to look at, let alone touch. You know what I'm saying, gamers? You have Bowser's floating fortress, ominously looming. Not even in the background. It's basically sharing the foreground. It's basically the foreground.
We will destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
And one thing I really like about the animation of this Bowser character is how animated he is, right? The games, when you play the modern Mario games, when you play your Odyssey and you play your Deluxe, one of Deluxe ones, the 3D Bowser looks fine, but he doesn't. Look at his eyes; they grow big, right? They have his face has elasticity that the game Bowser simply lacks, right? So Illumination really took advantage of that. They took advantage of the great lore of the character Bowser, right? The king of the Koopa Troopas. And they're like, well, what if we made him expressive? If we're gonna have Jack Black voice this gentle sir, we may as well have, the face muscles to match. And that's something that we should applaud Illumination for.
You just the Mushroom Kingdom!
Can you say awesome sauce?
I want to go back here really quick.
Look at this. Look at this, right? It's just a dumb throwaway shot, and yet we see so much detail. We have like 4 different types of Koopa Troopas, right? Like this one's clearly different. This Hammer Bro is different from this Hammer Bro, who's different from these two fellas, right? And this, we can even see the lovely, like, I don't know what you call it, like cross stitching or the ropes tied onto the hammers here. It looks almost like a prehistoric tool. Love that. They didn't have to do that, but they went all out. And that's why this movie's gonna put my butt right in that seat day one. All right, now, are they all bouncing out? Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen this before in any Mario game. You know when you play Mario Kart? You ever played Mario Kart? It's a fun game, pretty popular. The shells, like, they roll, they scoot, they slide, right? All the shells, they slide along the race tracks. They never bounce. But these, I'm just noticing this for the first time. I must admit, gamers, I have watched this trailer before. I just wanted to come in nice and prepared, do my homework, as it were. But these shells are bouncing, and like rubber balls. And I completely missed this upon first viewing. Makes you think. Now this is cute. So now we're shifting gears a bit. We're shifting gears a bit. We're shifting gears, and we're going straight to the Mushroom Kingdom, right? Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. We're in Peach's castle. I have to assume. I think that's a fair assumption to make, that this is Peach's castle. It has to be. And here we have all the lovely differently colored toad people. What do you call them? That doesn't sound right. What do you call the toad? What do you call the toad people? I can't. I don't know what to call the toad people. Anyways, we'll never know.
Bowser is.
Oh, and there's something. Look in the center, gamers. Look in the center. Something's opening up.
Coming.
Now I like the voice of Peach, right? Very, very far cry from the Peach I grew up with. When I played Mario 64, when I stuck in that cartridge after blown it a couple of times, if you know, you know it. If you don't, you don't. When I stuck that cartridge in the N64 and pressed power, one of the first things I heard right after Mario went hello, and you start a new game, you hear a letter. You hear a lovely letter from and it's very rare for N64 games to have voice acting, because you can only cram so much data onto a physical cartridge, right? PlayStation, they had their CDs with 700 megabytes of space. You could store all sorts of music and voice acting. N64 had it rougher, right? So when a game had voice acting in N64, you took notice. So when that game opens with Princess Peach going, "Dear Mario, I baked you a cake and whatever. Princess Toadstool, Peach." She's very, I don't want to say feminine. I mean, she is. But like it's almost dainty, right? It's cartoonish. It's cartoonish, right? But that was the Princess Toadstool / Peach I grew up with. Very haha wee, I bake cakes. That's what I thank you. Only 90s kids will understand. Too true, lay Redditors. You know. Edit. Thanks for the follow,
But
kind stranger. Listen to this peach. This is a peach. This is a Girlboss Peach. All right. For the year 2023, it's very different.
Bowser is coming.
Bowser is coming. There's a tiny bit of tremble in her voice, but there's also a lot of bit of Girlboss in that voice. She's putting the foot down, her foot down. She's putting both of her feet down and saying, hey, it's time to gear up for war, my fellow toad people. What the heck do you call them? But there's command. There's a command in that voice that you didn't hear in the N64 Peach. And as a lay Redditor, I appreciate that.
I'm not a
Okay. Now wait a minute. Look at the detail in Luigi's denim. The stitching. I remember when Smash Brothers Melee was first announced for the GameCube, right? And the first screenshots for Smash Brothers Melee came out in Nintendo Power magazine. And everyone and their mom was talking about the denim, the cross stitching in Mario's denim, how realistic Mario's denim overall jeans looked in these screenshots. It was insane. It was a big glow up from the Smash Brothers N64. No, it was not. I see people in the chat saying it was Brawl. It was not Brawl. It was Melee. I remember. It was Melee. It was a big deal. It was all the GameCube was for its time, a powerful system. How dare you correct me? I know what I'm talking about. So it's really nice to see Illumination tip their hat to that little gaming milestone and give Luigi some lovely looking denim.
I'm not afraid. I'll do anything for my brother.
All right, so this is, remember earlier, gamers? You probably don't, it was a long time ago, but remember earlier when I was like, trailers love dubbing over actual lines from the movie? Well, this is a clear example of that. Watch Mario's lips. I want you to look at Mario's lips for this next line. It does not match Chris Pratt's words. All right, here we go.
Anything for my brother.
What? Yeah, bitch, you're not saying that at all. You know, you're like, and I get it. It's a trailer. He's probably saying something completely unrelated. He's probably saying, Mamma Mia, I sure could go for some spaghetti and meatballs. He's probably saying, so let me get this straight. He's right behind me, isn't he? He's probably saying something like, I can freaking shoot fireballs from my wrist? That's awesome sauce. He's probably saying that, right? Let's be real. He's definitely saying that. But the trailer, they had to do movie magic, Hollywood magic, editing magic. Hey, if you know, you know, and if you don't, you know. To make him say something completely unrelated, right? Now look at this. This is really cool. Edit. Thanks for the follow. Oh, thanks for the follow, stranger. You can see Toad's diaper here. And it's really cool. It looks almost full, actually. So hopefully we see some diaper filling, you know, segments in the Mario film coming out next month, right? Alrighty.
For my brother.
And now this is interesting. You'll notice before I continue, gamers, look at the back of Peach's figure, right? Like full hair. Right, like hair down, with a crown, and a gown. Hey, wow. Is Dr. Seuss in the house? Just playing, gamers. But look, no, crown, down, gown. Right now, remember this as I go back. Right, remember this as I go back. Remember this as I go back to here. Now she's in her like. Her war outfit, her warrior outfit. Still has a crown. Her hair's not quite as down though, and gone is the gown. That is not. That's a jumpsuit. That's a warrior suit. That is a battle suit. This ain't your mama's Princess Peach. Okay, gamers. This is a battle-hardened, ready
Thanks
to
for the
clown
follow, kind stranger.
princess. All right. She's got the crown. She's down to clown. You know what I'm saying, gamers? Thank you. Someone in the chat said so true. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll dab for you.
Afraid? I'll do anything for my brother.
Okay, there's a lot. Hold on. Every frame of painting. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so in here we have the floating isles, the floating islands that have now become a staple of the Mario series. It ain't really a Mario game unless you got a floating island or two. You know what I'm saying, gamers? And this cannon here, the little question mark box. I'm trying to remember if Mario 64, and I'm sorry for always alluding to Mario 64, but as a millennial boomer, that's my frame of reference, Mario 64. I'm trying to remember if the cannons had this little question mark box. I'll tell you this, those cannons never looked better. Look at this fine, like the rimming here around the multiple rims, the texture and the details. Man, oh man. Oh, God. Just looks great.
We're going to.
Oh my gosh. Holy moly, gamers. Now
Thanks for the
this
follow,
is
kind
clearly
stranger.
from Mario Odyssey. I referenced Odyssey earlier today, methinks, but now we're in it. This is very clearly the desert level from Mario Odyssey. And in case you had any doubt, right? Maybe you're like, oh, it's just a desert level from any Mario game. I'm wagging my finger at you, gentle sirs, because look here. You got yourself a floating inverted pyramid, and in Odyssey, you have to somehow make your way up that dang pyramid and then go inside it. It's bonkers sauce. I'll tell you what, gamers. Great game. If you've never played Mario Odyssey, do me a favor. Stop this video right now. Grab yourself
Thanks
a
for the
Switch
follow,
and play
kind
some Mario
stranger.
Odyssey. You will not regret it.
Save him.
Okay, now we have, what is this person's, Namek? Something like that. Love the scepter, this gentle sir, this magic sir, the gentle magic sir is wearing, sporting, I should say. Oh, whoa, they fly now? Oh, they fly now. Oh my, mamma mia. I mean, this is cool. These guys have been flying since the very first Mario game, right? But to have Icarus-like wings is beautiful. Is a beautiful sight. They never look better. Yes! Okay, now gamers, your jaw is probably on the floor right now. I will give you a few seconds to slowly pick it back up, but this is insane.
Thanks for the follow, kind stranger.
First off, I love watching Mario eat. I could watch that Italian boy eat all day. But have we ever seen Donkey Kong with the fire flower? Methinks we haven't. Methinks this is a revolutionary step for the Mario franchise. I've never seen Donkey Kong.
Thanks for the follow, kind stranger.
And I believe this tie changes colors too. It's hard to see in this frame, right? But when he catches the fire flower, he now has a beautiful white tie. I don't think his tie was white. I think, yeah, it's kind of like when Mario has the fire flower, his ensemble changes, right? I think it's the same thing. Obviously his fur, I didn't need to say the fur gets redder, but the fur gets redder. I think the tie turns white, and I think that's a lovely aesthetic change. And this is voiced by the incomparable Donkey Kong, for those who don't know, is voiced by the incomparable Seth
Thanks for the
Rogen.
follow, kind stranger.
Oh, okay, Mario does a really cool anime Naruto run. Check this out, gamers. Oh my god. Mario is anime confirmed. No. I can't kid a kidder, you know. Because Mario, he's been doing this run since Super Mario Brothers 3 and Mario World, right? When you fill up the P gauge to make Mario like run real fast and then fly if he has the raccoon item. Me thinks he puts his arms out like that. Okay, now this is for the gamers, all right? If you're not a gamer, this will mean absolutely nothing to you. But I cried fat gamer tears, juicy tears of joy when I first saw this. This is beautiful. This is 2D platforming, made cinematic. You know, made in a way that, thanks for the Holly Weird stranger, can make real. This is beautiful. This has layers. Me thinks I'd love to play a game like this, you know. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the camera shifts. I guess I should just play. What do you say? Hold on. There's a lot to unpack here.
This is fun!
He says this is fun. It's not a Hollywood movie if the protagonist doesn't say, this is fun. Like Epic Sauce, but check out this butt stomp. Made famous from, I'm thinking, well, I was going to say Mario 64. Gamers, is Mario 64 the first Mario game with the butt stomp? Where you press A plus Z and then he does the butt stomp? Or was he butt stomping earlier? I'm not quizzing. I'm genuinely asking, gamers.
That was good today.
Someone said no. Someone said it. Elise says mayhaps. I don't know who to believe. I don't know.
Ouchie.
I feel like it was Mario 64 where he first does the butt stomp. I love how wide and puffy his face is.
Shit.
Check his cheeks out, right? First off, check out. He doesn't have a lot of curvature in the cheeks here. It's almost like a straight line, which means if he sat on you, it would hurt. It would hurt you. But look at his like cheeks. Like he's doing that. I love that. Illumination didn't have to do that, but they added that. Okay. Oh, I spy with my little eye. I'm thinking that's Funky Kong right here in the foreground, gamers. I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments and in the chat if you're thinking this is Funky Kong. It's definitely a primate of some kind. I really want to say it's Funky Kong. And let me just like see if I can find the Pizza Planet truck real quick. All right, not in this frame. That'd be really cool though if they put the Pizza Planet truck in. Look at this, gamers. Look how epic. We have edit. We have Donkey Kong, checkered flags here. This is gonna be an epic race scene. I'll tell you what, gamers. I might just buy my movie ticket just for the Mario Kart scene. I'll tell you what. Okay. Now this is interesting here. We have clearly a goatsy right up there, which is pretty. That's pretty edgy. I didn't think Illumination would do that, but that's absolutely a goatsy up there. And then here, we have roulette systems. I think, thinks, these guys have to like customize their carts. I think they have to customize their carts for the big race, right? Just like the new modern Mario Kart games. And I'm so old, gamers. Back in my day, you didn't even have a choice in the cart. You could choose from one of 8 characters. Can you imagine that? Can you even believe that? It's true. And now, not only do you have many times as many racers now, but now you can customize your cart down to the freaking tire treads. It's ridiculous. So that's a cool reference to modern Mario Kart. Let me drink my gamer juice.
Here we go!
Okay.
No bra.
Don't tell my wife this, but I think Peach looks adorable AF. Pardon my French, but like, look at those. I'm a sucker for big eyes, and look at these big old peepers on Princess Peach. I'll tell you what, Mamma Mia. You know, if I weren't a married man, hubba hubba wooga. You know, gamers.
Go!
I love Mario Kart. Now this is very Mad Max. I'm getting Mad Max vibes. Okay, I'm getting Mad Max vibes from this frame, and I don't know if it's the setting or if it's just like the spiky. I don't know. I'm just getting a spiky aesthetic, a very Mad Max desert-like aesthetic here. in this shot. Not the whole race, gamers. Just this shot.
Let's end this.
Okay, very clearly not saying let's end this. Look at the lips.
Let's end this.
Nope. Nope. He's saying, my name's Jeff. He's not saying let's end this. Now this shell, remember earlier, gamers, earlier in this video when I was like, shells don't bounce, they slide. This is what I'm talking about. Right? That's what I'm talking about. The shells slide here on Rainbow Road. And also, gamers, we're clearly on Rainbow Road in this track. Tell me in the comments in the chat, what's your favorite Rainbow Road, huh?
Bacon is
I grew up,
epic.
of course, on the Rainbow Road N64, right? Never had a Super Nintendo. I went straight from the NES right to the N64. And you can imagine that was a good Christmas for this gentle sir. But Rainbow Road N64, that's I don't even know it's my favorite. It's just the one I identify with. I think a lot of Zoomers out there feel the same nostalgia for the Wii Mario Kart that I feel for the N64 Mario Kart. But you let me know in the chat.
Let's end this.
See, that's a beautiful shot of the Rainbow Road. Okay, again, Mad Max. Clearly Mad Max. Me thinks this is slightly inspired. A little tip of the hat and a nod to Mad Max franchise here. Bullet bills. You gotta watch out for the bullet bills. I'll tell you what. If you're in last place, you can flip the tides, change the tides real quick with the bullet bill. Me thing. And look at that. Look at the chop. Hold on. I almost skipped this. Look at the wheels, right? Look at the wheels here. The wheels,
kind stranger,
are very reminiscent of Mario Kart 8. Very clearly Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch. But that's how the karts glue themselves to the tracks when the tracks become a bit too topsy-turvy and gravity can become a hindrance, right? What are the odds? Only Mario would have those types of odds. You know what I'm saying, gamers? Let me know in the comments. Now, this scene I actually hate. I really dislike this scene. I think this is super irresponsible on Illumination's part, because now kids are gonna do this to their mommies and daddies and drivers, their adult drivers. They're gonna cover their eyes with their hands.
Bacon is epic.
He thinks there's gonna be a giant spike in traffic accidents this year, and if that's the case, Illumination, you'll have blood on your hands. But this next scene is inspiring. Just a lovely flip. Look at this flip Mario does. That's very clearly from N64. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Bacon is
and then
epic.
he squashes the Koopa right on its noggin, turning it into its shell form, and now all of a sudden he has an item, right? Look at that. I love this. Very cute. It gives Mario some much needed personality. Because to me, the Mario character has always been a bit like Mickey Mouse. The lead character of a huge successful franchise, no personality, right? But this movie, they're gonna give Mario a bit of tude, and I say tude with a capital apostrophe tude, and that's the kind of details that I'm excited, that make me excited to see this bad boy. Alrighty, April 5th. Me thinks I'm gonna get my tickets right now, so I am excited for the Mario Bros. Movie. This has been a JJJacksfilms reaction to the final trailer of the Super Mario Brothers movie, excuse me. Gamers, again, if you just want to see more reactions, go ahead, hit that sub button. Ring-a-ding-ding that bell so you never miss another future reaction from your boy again, right? And again, in case you missed it, you really want to hit that sub button. Ring-a-ding-ding that bell, right? You will never, ever miss a future video.
Edit.
Thanks for the
follow.
Thank you so much. Go ahead and subscribe. Think about it. It's